From Barbary Castle, West Swindon sparkling sits, thumb-shaped print of crisscross lines on a Wiltshire map. Old and new, a proud mix of buildings and trees, a community of friends waits for the first light of a new day. The whistling milkman clinks milk bottles, dressed in neat red and blue coat with tilted navy cap. A jolly postman clutches a handful of letters, struggles under parcels. Clattering dustmen hurl rubbish into their trucks' crunching teeth. While eager children and hurrying adults crunch breakfast cereals, brush teeth and hair, tie laces, pack briefcases, lunches, satchels, and spill out of houses to playgroup and school, to college and work, to factory and office, to surgery and shop they go.
And always there are cars, roaring like lions along Tewkesbury Way, horns beeping like monkeys on Whitehill Way, and trucks with their loads pound like elephants along Mead Way. Children jump and skip their way to school, to the gigantic gates of Freshbrook, to red and black, hate-shaped Wesley. And Oliver Tompkins with its familiar sign in swaying trees, to Brookfield and its Teletubby hills. Shaw Ridge is an ant's nest alive with scurrying youngsters, and Toot Hill has foliage-draped gates to a secret garden. At the end of the road, the huge grey bird of Greendown.
Children whinging, moaning, stamping grumpily to school. Children walking, running, skipping happily to school.
Standing alone through whistling wind and driving snow, icicles hanging from noses, with toes more like frozen fish fingers, eyes peeled for every danger, ready to do battle against the killer cars. With their giant painted lollies and coats like giant Mr. Blobbies, stand the Toot Hill Lollipop ladies, always with a cheery smile or comforting word, padded against the bitter cold of winter, glowing in their fluorescent bubbles, peaked caps sticking out from beneath hoods. They stand like strange exotic yellow birds defending their young.
Toot Hill, where Romans buried treasure pots over which schoolchildren now play, or walk the pearl-coloured path to the green oozing pond which bucket-carrying children tried hard to fill, but needed fire engine help to pump the gallons. Kids whiz into line as school day starts with bells and blowing whistles. Parents deliver latecomers to the gate, drive to work or home, or to the neighbours for coffee, or village centre shops, Cranfield, Dillon's, Londis and M&W. Toot Hill Centre, where a small cement-carved statue gazes, a man, a woman, a child, sad and lonely perhaps, the watchers.
Others head for the West Swindon Centre to visit Mr. Minute, the cheerful man who works right in it, and Mr. Cooper the chemist for toothpaste and tablets, Sports Factory, Baggage Factory, Martins and Barrett's, Cash Point, Post Office, dentists, opticians. QS, quality and style now, but people still call it quality seconds.
Asda, large, tall, looks like it's made of hard white chocolate. Inside, shoppers swirl like squirrels hoarding winter food while tannoys blare like screeching parrots. Bottles balanced high, pears like rugby balls, boomerang bananas, castles and pyramids of tins. In a hurry, buy a curry. Bread, fruit, cheese, soup, milk, ham, tea, jam, placed on conveyor belts where red laser checks identities. Tills click like horses' hooves as tiny tots ride on trolleys, like Grand National winning jockeys.
Then back in the car and off round the roundabouts. So many of you could lose your whereabouts. Grange Park Way and Freshbrook Way, Gainsborough Way and Peatmore Way, Middleys and Ramleys Drive, Bodiam and Cartwright Drive. Enough drives to drive drivers round the bend. But stop, what's this? Flying cars too, hanging from the ceiling like lanterns? Suspended scarily, skeletons in the hospital for cars. The Renault building, proud like a big ship in the harbour, a massive Meccano marquee with huge straight stiff sides of gold and yellow, as big as a football stadium, as quiet as a dressing room. Quiet too stands the statue of the white horse pacified, a stallion still a stone, half hidden by bushes, must know many secrets. Birds land on the horse's proud neck, a robin bobs along the strong back, a chaffinch stops for a chat, exchanging gossip, bringing news. Perhaps from Peatmore Lake, home of herons, ducks and swans.
Hiding deep oriental mysteries, this peaceful, soothing lagoon has a jewel on an island at its centre, a stranded temple of the emperor, the Chinese experience. Listening and watching with furious eyes, 2 loyal marzipan white lion dragons guard the entrance. Sweet and savoury smells draw you into this mystical, mythical, massive Chinese lantern. A sign asks in English and Cantonese, please don't slam the door. Doors, more and more doors, where once were peat and rough moors, in place of hedges, perimeter fences, building sites and security lights. Workmen in smarty-like hats tear aside the earth's skin to the scream of drills. Racing ahead of itself, the future flashes past.
An oak seat by an oak tree on peaceful Prinnell's Green. In Spencer Close, hey diddle diddle is a cat with its fiddle, and a cow half over the moon, and a dish trying to run with a spoon, all carved in stone.
Set in the new architecture of Freshbrooks Business Park, tall and defiant like a tree, stands the old windmill.
As propellers swiftly glide, windmill's worn white cloak gleams in the sun. Windmill brightens grey silence of the dull surroundings.
Grey too against green playing fields, but by no means silent. He's green down school, squat and glum like a wasp's nest, infested with children that never rest, humming at work and buzzing at play. Lunchtime. Out they pour like aniseed balls in their beetroot-coloured clothing, shouting to friends, pushing and shoving in the dinner queue, teachers trying to squeeze through. Wind whips net against post. Players slip and dive in and out of waves of sport and in and out of character. Ryan Giggs scoring goals is Year 9's muddy-faced Kevin Briggs.
On the dull black tarmac court, girls bounce and bump the netball, or walk arm in arm deep in thought, or have a laugh, gossiping about boys, while caretaker Terry, cross at what gets dropped, traipses around, picking up litter from the ground.
Kids in detention stare out of windows, wishing they could be freed to the field, until, suddenly, it's 20 to 2, lunchtime is over, and the maroon river is sucked back inside. Voices of teacher reclaim the afternoon.
Let's go to where Thamesdown meets Wiltshire in Lydiard Park, to wander in paradise, watching waving trees, smell scented air, listen to birds at morning choir, breathe the scenery of a perfect painting. We slide through squelching mud to the pond where mothers and toddlers throw fluffy bread to ducks and ducklings. With its black, glassy eye, a large, uncertain crow follows our stroll. A small, plump sparrow sits.
Near the mansion, a giant of a tree with 3 devilish faces grasps the ground with its claws. At one moment, a brontosaurus. Next is a graceful dancer laced in leaves, moving in front of our grand old souvenir. We pause to admire Anthony Holloway's arch with its carved busy lives, animals, insects, plants, crafted from chestnut and lime trees, felled in the storms of '89. In a quiet clearing, a half-hidden, spooky icehouse, stone-domed without, cold within, a place of lost thoughts. Shout down into the bowl, you can hear the echo, 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 echo of voices fading back into the past.
Rest for a while at the visitors' centre with a cooling ice cream or frothy coffee. Sit on bench by recycling bin with its cry of save all you can. We must save all we can of Lydiard Park, where nature and beauty, untouched by time, whisper a soothing lullaby.
What does the future hold for Nexus, the 1986 stone structure carved with handmade tools, clambered upon every day by fresh-faced Freshbrook folk?
Will wind and rain and age eventually wear to rust the How the Mighty Fall sculpture upon Shore Ridge? It's aluminium and cast iron, but will it survive the next millennium?
The future is here already, in the swimming pool, ice rink and sports hall of the Space Age Link Centre. Outside, it looks like the Titanic, covered in web from Spider Gigantic. Inside, it's a wildlife park, children chattering like chimpanzees with shrieking parakeet screams.
Swimmers dart through water in multicoloured tropical fish costumes. Skaters scratch lines on the ice rink of cold carpet pearl. Turning, swirling, dancing on ice. Half-pipe, backslide, McTwist, flying fish, people with wheels for feet.
But the place to be if you want to be free is Lower Shore Farm, with wheelbarrows of outstretched arms, farms full of nature, tyres, chickens, and a rolling pillow hammock near a rope swing from a barn roof. And visitors are greeted by chickens, calling a scratch dirt welcome. Small wooden houses and green caravans invite adults to take off the camouflage of straight-laced uniforms to step into a new world of childlike daydreams and inhale a pint of wildlife and campfire stories. Right?
Afternoon slides towards evening. Trees lose their colour, wild flowers bow their heads. Twilight sweeps over the day.
Teenagers, home from school, eat tea, watch TV, some wash up, some brush up on French, geography, maths. Others wash, brush hair, spend ages in the bath. I'm a teen, I want to be mean, I want to be 16, I talk in slang, it has a twang, it goes with a bang. He's lush, she's cool, I'm sorted, it's wicked, hey man.
Outside the cinema on polished platforms stands a bronze statue of Swindon's star of the silver screen, the glamorous Diana Dawes, with long silk ball gown clinging like a second skin, slender hands on hips, the famous pursed lips. Head held high, a soft, silent figure whose body language deafens us. She guards the cinema, the centre of attention.
Floating over the noisy queues, drawn to the sizzling, the spicy aroma of the red brick Pizza Hut. Luminous pink letters and fancy old cars beckon us towards Pinkerton's, while others enter towering gates of fantasy palaces, De Vere Hotel, own pool, own gym, and comfy beds to spend the night in.
Only the teenagers' magnet, Cairo, remains open. Loud thumping music, beating out the rhythm of the night. People flock to floor, sweating like rain, and dance, dance, dance. They smoke, drink, and kiss too.
In Westley Park,
where youngsters get up to all sorts after dark,
3 tall, strange figures sit like time travellers from the future, relaxing on a stone wall, guarding a time capsule, watching. Half smiles on timeless faces.
as if they know all that has happened.
All that is happening, all that will happen, but they will not tell.
The night, a velvet blanket of darkness. Diamond stars circle the bright moon, spelling out a secret song. Children hug teddy bears wrapped in parcels with stamps on to post to a land of dreams. West Swindon sleeps, a community of friends waiting for tomorrow.